Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dom Workman, and look, one of the hardest things to do in 2K is create a point guard build that can not only score and play make, but also defend at a high level. Cause y'all already know how it is once you get in that builder, 2K ain't gonna let you have everything. So you're always gonna have to make some sacrifices, but with this build right here, I said, look, what's really most important to me and my playstyle when it comes to a winning point guard build on this game? And like I tell y'all all the time, as much as I love scoring and playmaking, nothing beats being able to affect both ends of the floor. And as of late, y'all know I've been dropping a lot of non-defensive guard builds, but after I made that 6'8", it really kind of revitalized my love for the two-ways. And even though I love them big guard builds and they're a ton of fun to play on and can be super dominant and all that, at my core, I still prefer the smaller guards. So as I was playing on my 6'8" one day, I began to think to myself like, yo, if I could create a smaller version of this build that can score at all three levels and play both ends of the floor, that might be my ideal point guard build. And I know the purists are gonna be like, yo, well, what about the playmaking? What about the passing? How are you a point guard? That sounds more like a shooting guard. And essentially, yes, this build is a shooting guard because like I said earlier in the video, I made the build according to the playstyle that I feel I'm most effective in. And like I tell y'all all the time, I'm really more of a shooting guard than I am a point guard. So this is really more of a combo guard build, but we're still gonna have enough pass accuracy to get the job done. But I'm gonna get into the builder and show you what we got going on. Then of course I'm gonna get into some gameplay, and as always, all the SIGs and the jump shot is gonna be at the end of the video. So we're gonna go with a 6'3" point guard, 192 on the weight, and a 7-foot wingspan. Now for this build and the playstyle that we're going for, the close shot really ain't all that important, so we're gonna leave it at a 60. But on all my smaller guard builds, I like to go for that 85 driving layup, because like I told y'all before, you get that Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, and in my opinion, that's super important. Because even though you can't dunk, you still want to be able to confidently and aggressively attack the rim, and having that Hall of Fame Giant Slayer is gonna give you the best chance at finishing over those taller defenders, and it's also going to lessen the chances of your shot getting blocked. And y'all already know everything else that comes with the 85 driving layup, like gold bunny, gold acrobat, Hall of Fame scooper, silver slithery. So when it comes to finishing, you're good to go. Now when it comes to the shooting on the build, because we went with the max wingspan for defensive purposes, we're only going to get a 90 midi. And I know it might sound crazy to call a 90 mid-range a sacrifice, but y'all know most of my builds have anywhere from a 93 to a 98 midi, so that's what I'm used to. But as long as I can get my essential badges on gold, I feel like I can be effective. And to be honest, I feel just as comfortable out here with the 90 mid-range as I do with the 98. And y'all gotta remember that that 90 midi also gets me Hall of Fame open looks. And that's not only gonna help me on the middies, but it's also gonna help me on the threes. And as y'all can see, we're gonna go with an 86 3 ball on this build, and we all know an 86 3 is good, but when you combine that 86 3 ball with Hall of Fame open looks, it becomes really hard to miss out there. And that's on top of Silver Agent 3 and all the gold badges you get from the 90 midi, like gold blinders, gold deadeye. So when it comes to letting it fly, you should have no hesitation. Now y'all already know my take on the free throws. Y'all can keep playing with it if you want to, but when they put your ass on the line in the clutch and you smoke both of them because you want to go with a 65 free throw, don't blame 2K. Now for the playmaking, like I said, this is more of a combo guard, so we're not going to have all the fancy passing badges, but we're still going to be able to get the job done. And as I've said before, 77 is the lowest I'd go on any build that could potentially be running the 1. Because even though it's nothing compared to the 89s and the 91 pass accuracies, at least you get that bronze needle threader and some decent speed behind your passes. Now for the ball handle, we're going to go with the 92. And y'all already know what it is, man. You get that gold speed booster, gold unpluckable, all the SIGs besides the Francis. And I usually like going with the 93 to get that gold killer combos, but on this build, I just couldn't afford it. So it is what it is. Now for the interior D, we're going to go with a 60, and believe it or not, this will definitely increase your chances at getting stops in the paint, and that'll help you a lot on them back doors or on them bigger guards that just want to force their way to the rim. Now for the perimeter D, I decided to go with the 91, and that's so that I could get that gold pick dodger. Because I do go into the squad wreck sometime with 2 or 3 other people, and you do run into a lot of pick and roll teams in there, so being able to fight through and around those screens can be really beneficial. And as far as the steal goes, it's gonna go with a 60 because y'all know my philosophy. I'm not much of a reacher. I just want to play honest, solid D. And if I see an opportunity to reach and get a bump steal or something like that, then I'll take it. But all I really need is the ability to play a passing lane. And with bronze interceptor and the max wingspan, I haven't had any problems doing that. And we're also going to get bronze rebound chaser on this build. And even though we're a point guard and we might not use it a lot, it can come in clutch at times and it's just nice to have. Now, as far as the physicals go, we're pretty balanced with an 86 speed and an 85 excel. And that 60 strength is going to get you that fearless finisher on silver and that bronze physical handles. So when it's all said and done, this is what the build should look like right here. And when you go through with it, you're going to get shades of Steve Nash, Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, and the build is going to be called a two-way, three-level shot creator. Now, as a reward for having one of my builds featured in the game, 2K gave me a free maxed out build off the rip. So if you're wondering how I'm already at 99, that's how, and I gotta give a shout out to 2K for that. But like I said, we're gonna get into some quick gameplay highlights so y'all can see how the build gets down over the course of a game. But right here, we up 7-4, and I'm in the squad wreck with two of my boys. But I'm gonna take my man Baseline right here to hit him with that Zach LaVine step back. And if you watched my other video, you already know. If you like going to the step back, put on that Zach LaVine. It's gonna get him every time. Now right here, I get open off the snatch back, but I don't want to risk getting contested by his closeout, so I just go around him and take the floater. But we tied up at 16 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Now bro on the wing should have went through or cut, but I remain patient and he eventually goes through, and as y'all can see, they ended up switching right there. And again, I go to that Zach LaVine step back and I get another bucket. Now right here, I reject the big man's screen and I try to take the pull-up three, but it pulled me into the midi. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. A bucket is a bucket. I'll take it. But he's bringing the ball up right here, and I see a screen get set, so I'm kind of thinking he's going to take the screen, but he ends up rejecting it. But my boy picks him up, and I play the passing lane on a panic pass, and now we out on a break. But I end up making a really bad and late read right there. I should have been through the ball, but when I'm running a fast break with a lower pass accuracy, I tend to be a bit more cautious. Because y'all already know, there's very few things in 2K that annoy me more than throwing away a stop. And this play didn't result in a bucket, but I just want y'all to see that that 60 steal and that bronze interceptor, it does work. But we up 28-22. Now, if you watch my last video, I gave y'all this move right here that I'm cooking with. And as y'all can see, all these moves that I be giving y'all, I'm using them on a daily basis and they work 90% of the time. Now, right here, I don't know what that spin move was, but I definitely wasn't trying to do it. But I fake like I'm trying to get downhill just to get him leaning, and I hit him with another step back. But we're down 3 here in the third quarter, and I'm gonna hit him with a quick cross. Big man sets a great screen right there, and I get the 3 ball to go. Now right here, we up 1. I hit my boy and I go into some off-ball dex action, as y'all can see. And using that get open mechanic and that spot finder badge like I tried to tell y'all about a couple of months ago, y'all see I ended up losing them and I get a wide open bucket. Now right here, I'm gonna grab the board, look up the court. I see my boy wide open in the corner, so you know I gotta hit him. And of course, you know he's gonna knock that down. Cause yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Missing a corner 3 is insane. I mean, you gotta think about it. Look how many boosts you got shooting out the corner. You got Claymore, catch and shoot, corner specialist, your hot zone boost. It ain't no way in hell you should ever miss a wide open corner 3. I'm sorry. But look, we tied up at 69 with 30 seconds left in the game. Now this dude is playing me super high. So instead of trying to force a shot, I simply take what he gives me and I get to the rack before the big man can get to me, and I get the layup to go. And that's why I said earlier, you want to be able to confidently attack the rim. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I never want to be in a situation where I have to force something. And if they play you super high like that and you know your build can't finish, you might end up forcing yourself to take a bad shot. But I got one more quick summary for y'all, man. And this one right here, this is all random. This is a random wreck. And I want y'all to keep in mind that I'm being guarded by a 6'8" two-way. Now I'm gonna get the ball right here, and I thought about going to the step back, but instead of throwing somebody a grenade, I just go to that post fade and I get it to go. And that's why you can't ever fall asleep on a shot creator, bro, because just because they pick the ball up don't mean it's over with. But we up 14-10 and big man set me a pick right here, but I see an opportunity to get to the rack, so you know I'm gonna take it. And plays like that are why I really try to gun for that 85 jiving layup, because when you got these 6'8" guards on you, that Hall of Fame Giant Slayer is gonna really help you out. Now this shot right here might have been a bit crazy, seeing as I had a man wide open in the right corner, but that shot was pure instinct, man. I really had no control over it. But I get another screen from the big man right here, and my man plays job coverage again, so we ain't gonna complicate this shit. If you want to play drop, I'm gonna let it fly. Now right here, y'all can see the interior defense on the build pay off a little bit. So even though I'm not a rim protector, if I got good positioning, I can still disrupt some attempts. Now I see this guy's man reach out to play and he makes a great cut to the rim, so I hit him right there for the easy 2. But we in the 4th quarter, we almost beating this team by 20 points right here, so now we just add an insult to injury at this point. And from these gameplays alone, y'all can see why I love the Zach LaVine step back so much. Because once you get the defense going one way, the Zach step back is so quick and lethal that it's hard for any defenders to react to it. And it's almost like in order to guard that step back, you have to give up the drive. So even when they've seen you do it a couple of times, it still puts them in a tight spot as far as how they're gonna guard you. But this game right here is pretty much a wrap. Now I didn't get the final box score, but as y'all can see, I got 20 and 7, 90% from the field. So that's a pretty solid game. And as y'all can see, I've been having a ton of fun on this build. But I hope y'all enjoyed the gameplay, man. And as always, I appreciate all the support. Let me know what y'all think about the build in the comments. And if you ain't following me on Twitter, be sure to give me a follow over there at BeLikeDom. Y'all already know what it is, man. Stay up. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.